Okay. Welcome to today's class. I'm going to be explaining how to create a virtual machine. And in this session, I'm going to be creating a virtual machine, show you guys how to create a virtual machine using Azure free trial, which is a Azure SaaS IaaS service, infrastructure as a service, 30-day free subscription with an email account that gives you the ability to use their Azure services, all the Azure services, however you like, up to a year or 30 days, with a total of 200 USD dollars. For anybody who's in Canada, so I'm going to ask you to take control. Okay. So USD to CAD. Let's see what the exchange rate is. So we're looking at, let's say 200, which gives you about $271.80 to use. Okay. And you could do whatever you want with that, basically. So I do have a question for you. Do you have your own, do you have an email account that's Outlook Live or Hotmail? Do you have an email account that's an Outlook or a Hotmail? Or do you want us to, you want me to create a new one for you? You have one? Okay. Oh,
Email. Okay.
you have a Gmail?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna download PowerPoint presentation here. Sign up for free. Yeah, I want you to, we're gonna create a, actually what I want you to do is just create a quick, let's see, do you have PowerPoint on your computer? Yeah, you do. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to create a new blank presentation here. And okay.
Yeah. My work email on.
No, I know, but we're gonna create a new what's um how to create a virtual machine. Virtual machine. Okay. Machine. All right. Okay. Okay, so just make this here something quick here. Okay, we'll just give it some quick transition. Just quickly. Okay. All right. We'll use this one here. Should be some themes here I can use. Let's see what I can use here today. This one here. Let's use this one here for today. Okay. I'm your trainer, Sal Cosentino. I've been doing this for about a long time right now. A little bit about me. Like I said, I've been in IT for almost 20 plus years. I have a strong, um, well, I started off in college uh, in 2001 as a computer networking systems engineer, and you know, recently completed my my diploma in Azure cloud computing. So within those 20 plus years, again, I've worked for many companies. You know, as a system admin, as a IT level 1 support, as a IT level 2 support, as a IT level 3 support, and as an engineer, as an architect as well too, designing different products. So I like to design, and my go-to thing is to use the Microsoft Paint. Um, I also like to use Visual, but I'm going to show you guys how to use just Microsoft Paint for now, which is sort of the easier, and that's personal preference. So I like to use it just because. Um, uh, it's how I roll. And within my training experiences, I've liked to use this program very well. Um, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an insight as to what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to do it. So typically, what we do is we we design an infrastructure. Within our infrastructure, we design our home plan, also known as a domain. Okay, and that's sort of um, our company branch domain, right? We'll call your company. Let's call it FTD. Let's call yours FTD, Frank, because we're doing this for you. So we're gonna show you what your company would look like, and how it should look like. So this will be your Toronto FTD branch. FTD branch. Okay. Oops. Excuse my typing skills today. FTD branch. Okay. That's your branch. This is sort of like your home base. Um, so with I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger here. What was that? Okay. So we get the concept here so far? Hello?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So FTD branch is your home. Again, we're located here in Canada. So again, we're our Canadian base, Canada. Let's call this Canada FTD branch. And again, what's your name, if you don't mind me asking you? Can I get your first name?
Frank.
Frank. So Frank, you have, for example, you have a branch in Canada. Okay. Um, so this is your Canadian branch, right? And then you also have a branch in, let's say, in the States, right? In the States, right? So this is going to be your New York branch, Frank, branch for FTD, right? So in order for them to talk, right? You need that transitive trust. That you need for them to communicate, right? So in order for them to communicate, right? You need to uh, you know, it needs to communicate from Canada, New York. How does it communicate from Canada, New York? Right. So there's something that there's something that underwater. They're called submarine cables. Have you ever heard of what submarine cables are?
No.
No,
Never heard of
never heard of submarine cables.
no.
Okay, so what's going on here? Click. I guess my clicking not able to click. Okay, let's close that. Close that off. Okay, so let's go here, and I'll show you what submarine cables are. Okay, let's go. Let's take a look at the map. Uh, so these are submarine cables, and submarine cables. Let's get a better picture. Submarine cables. Okay, see if we can get a better picture. So this is what that looks like. So basically, from point A right, to point B, it needs to get underneath the water, right? So what they are is they're getting from their data center in Canada, or from your data center in Canada, or your home branch, or your on premises, we call it. It needs to communicate, right? And in order for it to communicate, it needs to use submarine cables, right? And those submarine cables, they're it's all light, based. So those submarine cables are run underground. And that's what kind of, brings it from Canada to the States. Right? You understand?
Yes,
Okay, so it uses that. In a local environment, we have something called LAN environment in a local environment, but in a wide area, in a long distance environment, we have something called a WAN environment, and that's wide area network. So in order for them to communicate, we need to communicate through a wide area network. A wide area network is a little bit slower, Frank, but again, you know, the data cables will do its work. And the WAN networks are created within Microsoft's data centers, right? So another thing you want to understand too is, before we start that, um, we have uh, Microsoft, um, just a little bit of a geographical side of things, but Microsoft, who's that? Something's blocking me. Is there something that's blocking me? Something's blocking me. Ah, okay. All right. So these are sort of like points within the geographical um, map, and this is what travels between. And these are the submarine cables that I was telling you about. So I'll send you this information here. I'll copy this in our chat. You could take a look at that, and that's our cable map, Frank. So sort of your locations, all these dots. I want to see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you here, so that you're able to see that. Um, but do you see what I'm talking about here? So these are the fiber cables that communicate between, you know, provinces, and they're all based off of code. So they're all along Quebec City, Pic, Quebec City, Canada, Umajik, and these are all cable maps that are sponsored. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. See if I could save this here. Put this on a sheet here. Oh, I guess not. So let me make this a little bit smaller now. Okay. So yeah, those are basically the cables itself here, Frank. And these are like, they don't cross, but to get from here to New York, they need submarine cables, right? They need to communicate with each other, and within long distance, they need to communicate with wide area network. Um, so so that's that. I'm gonna post that here. Let's me copy. Not able to copy. What's going on? Can you copy that link for me? Yeah, and just put that in the chat, or post it in here for me. I'll post here picture here. Oh, new slide. All right, just post it here. You could do that for me, Frank. Frank, you're gonna understand that I'm very interactive. So to have you, um, I might have to ask you to kind of give me a hand throughout this whole experience. Yeah, just copy and paste that link. That's just some important links I want you to take a look at, just so they have an idea of how the communication works. No, we're gonna post it on our in our slides. Post that in our slides, please. Okay, just here, click here to add. Yeah, right click, paste. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's just one aspect of things. You know what? Let me see if I can change this. I'm not too happy with the transition here, guys. I might have to just change it here. Okay. There you go. It's a little bit better. And this is submarine cables, right? And I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to give this to you in case you want to look back at it. I'll share the slides with you so that you have a copy of them. I'm going to copy this link. Sorry, I wasn't able to copy that. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm going to copy that for you and I'm going to share this with you. That way you can kind of read it over and watch the video. Again, the videos are going to be recorded and they're going to be shared with you on shared with you. And I'm going to share this presentation with you as well. And then I'm going to share this on YouTube. Okay. So let's get back to the nitty gritty. The best part about it again, like I said, you have your two branches, right? But the problem is within our branches, we need some sort of data center or rack or server or computer that holds all our services, right? Or applications. So, you know, the best part about it is, you know, we would create in your on-premises, we would create these servers, Frank, and then, you know, these servers would be your, let's say, for example, you would have a server that was your domain controller, right? And that domain controller would have specific roles and roles and features that it would do, right? And I'll show you what that looks like a little bit later on. I can share my screen here. So I'm going to stop sharing and show you what that domain controller looks like, just so you have a better understanding of what you're looking at. So right now I have my domain controller, Frank. So this is my domain controller, right?
Yes.
With specific joined to my domain, right? And then this will have my specific domain controllers, which is right. And then it would have my data centers. And I have two data centers. I have one data center in the States, right? With two locations in Boston and New York. And then I also have a data center that's located in Ontario. And again, I can again acquire a company that's based out of Montreal, right? And then kind of move them within our Canadian data center. Okay, so to do that, I need to, okay, so this will be protected, apply, okay. And then I'm now able to drag, right? And then acquire that company and then, you know, make sure that it's not protected and delegate these, permissions for those users or for those specific users and groups. So in this case, I'm protecting this from not being able to be deleted from an IT standpoint. So your IT company or yourself as an IT would you know, acquire a company and then move them within Ontario. So now how do these two communicate? So you have your domain controller. My domain controller sits on a Windows Server 2202. And again, by any team, Frank, if you have any questions, please feel free to stop me at any time so that I can answer those questions. Okay. So if you can share your screen again. So that's my domain controller, Frank. I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna get you share back. So that's what a domain controller looks like. And those will have specific roles. And those roles will be DNS, which provides your domain name service, right? I'm not going to go too much into the details, but again, just to give you the heads up of how that works. And again, you can also take control. I'm going to ask for control again back. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, I see my name. Okay. So let's get my tools back, my trusty pen. Let's get my pencil here. Okay. So again, I can create different machines, Frank, right? And this will be kind of be like my file server. This will be my web server. It can be my print server. It'd be whatever I wanted to, right? And again, this can communicate with other domain controllers that are part of the New York branch, right? And within the New York branch, I'm now able to cross communicate and replicate information between the two. Okay. And that's making sure that I'm now able to, um, you know, have that communication barrier between it. And that open communication is what's needed in order for you to communicate, right? So that's sort of like the architecture of it. I want to show you a little bit about, um, make this a little bit bigger here. See if I can make this a little bit bigger. Max size, options. I'm going to add the full screen. Okay. So if I go back to my diagram, so our submarine cables are what feed the communication between, but there's two ends to it. And within those two ends of the tail, you need those data centers, right? And this is are those servers. And those data centers will basically provide that service and deliver it to those domain controllers um, and those domains that you have it, right? But it's also service. You need to make sure that we purchase that service. I want to show you what a data center looks like. And in terms of Azure, Azure is a Microsoft product, Frank. Okay. Um, you know what Microsoft is? Have you ever heard of Microsoft and what Microsoft does?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right. So Microsoft is a really it's a global product, a global company uh, that that hosts our Azure services. So they're in charge of what they do. So these data centers host the data. They host the storage, right? So these are the data centers, and I'll post this for you to take a look at. So Microsoft has tons and tons and tons and tons, and we call this explore the globe. So you're able to now explore those data centers, and I'm going to save this for you, and I want you to kind of take a look at that, Frank, when you have some time to kind of see yourself within those data centers and then within those points, right? That follow. So each point that you see, this teal, green colors, these yellow, these are all data centers, okay, within a an environment, right? And you're gonna see those well, they call them zones, but they're availability zones that you're gonna wanna take a look at and explore that on your own time. Our main goal here is to kind of show you how to create a VM, and it's gonna be a life changing, especially for you and your company. You guys are migrating servers that you want to save money on, Frank. So you have your on premises um, servers that you have. You want to make sure you migrate those over so that you have them accessible for you anywhere within the world. Okay. So I'm gonna post that for you. Any questions so far? Okay. Okay. Oh, fantastic. I'm gonna insert another. I'm gonna insert another. All right. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So um, create a new slide here, and again, data centers. I want you to take a look at those maps. They're very interactive, Frank. Um, this is what kind of holds your and storage. So for example, um, you're gonna see how storage is stored within these local servers. I don't know if you could see that here. So this is all local SAN servers, we call them, right? Do you know what a SAN server is and what it looks like? You don't know what that is? Okay, so here's a SAN server. What a picture of a SAN server looks like, and I'm gonna take a picture of this for you and put this on put this on the diagram for you so that you have a better understanding. So these are SAN servers. Um, Within a data center, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of let's get some images here, some good images for you to use here. Let's get a good one here. So this is our SAN server. Okay, let's say this is our SAN server. I'm gonna take this picture and I'm gonna post it here in the picture here. Right click, paste. See if I can get this here. Let's get this a little bit smaller, and let's get this half. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you. Paste. All right. I'm going to draw this out for you. Okay, Frank? Pretty straightforward. And I'm going to make this a little bit smaller for us here. And I'm back to 100%. So it's a little bit bigger. Can you see that, Frank? Is that too small or do you need it bigger? It's good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, let me grab this picture. Right. Cut. And then paste it. Okay. So, all right. So let's put the SAN here. So these are what our SAN servers look like, and we're talking about storage, right? That's your local storage, sort of like your computer and your laptop, all right? So imagine you have a laptop. Let's say this is your laptop, right? Right. Oh, let's see. This is your laptop, okay? And we'll call this FTD laptop, right? And this is your on-premises. So you sort of need to connect. You need to connect to the two machines, right? Right. So you need to connect to the two machines, right? Right. One, right? To get to the domain server, to get to the file shares, to get to the storage that physically takes up space within these little disks here. So I don't know if you see that here. Do you see that? That's a disk, Frank. You see that? Make that a little bit bigger here. So one of these disks could be ranging from terabyte. It could be like 2 terabytes, right? It could be 3 terabytes, right? Right? 3 terabytes. Could be 4 terabytes. Could be as many terabytes as you want, right? All SaaS related. Okay. So these could be anything you want it to be, right? So you own this server, you run all these disks, and each server, each of these disks, Frank, um, are hold a server. Okay. So that's going to be your domain controller. Okay. Sorry, your file share. So we'll call this FS. Call this FS file share, and we'll call this web server, right? Or IIS web server. And again, stop me at any point if you need any questions or if you need for me to explain something, right? So again, these let me change this here. Okay. So these right here, Frank, um, right? They need to connect, right? To any of these. It doesn't matter what disk there, doesn't matter. Again, as long as it connects, and then that's what's gonna hold your information, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Right. So your laptop, all right, you can walk again, Frank, you can walk to the server room in your office in the Canadian branch, turn on your SATA system, and plug in your computer, plug your laptop into this computer, and read up and log into these file share servers, this domain controller, and this web server, which should have all your storage, which is stored locally, right? So every server itself has a hard drive, right? So it has a physical hard drive. So we call that, right? It's got a physical hard drive. So that's got a physical hard drive. That's got a physical hard drive. That's got a physical hard drive, right? With me? And this also has a physical hard drive, right? So it also has a network card, right? So you're gonna have a network card. You're gonna have a network card, right? You're gonna have a network card, right? You're gonna have a, and this is physical, physical. So it is physical, right? It's not virtual yet. So we're getting somewhere, right? So this is what's gonna hold all your storage, right, Frank? So within this SAN system, right, or whatever servers, file server, and again, this could be, it could be a NAS too. You ever heard of a NAS, Frank? Never heard of a NAS storage? NAS storage. It's a network attached storage. So it's just a small little, again, big companies, right, will purchase a SAN. They'll purchase that storage area network, right? And that'll be their network for their servers and for their disks, right? So I can have multiple disks on my file share, right? I can have two multiple disks or three multiple disks or four multiple disks, or maybe just one, right? But this NAS here is one device. It's one physical device that has your your uh your storage um saved within a network. Similar, right? This is a little bit smaller, Frank. I'll show you a picture of what one looks like so you have a better understanding. So this is what a SAN server looks like, Frank. I mean a NAS. My apologies. So NAS server is there you go, NAS. All right, NAS. Okay. And again, we can take a look at what one looks like so you have a better understanding of what one looks like. Just a quick Google search away, and speaking uh block. Okay. What was that? Can you click on that X for me, Frank? Looks like it's not clicking there for me. Can you click on that little X? No, just right here where my mouse is. Yeah, there's an X right there. Can you click on that for me? It's not allowing me to click. Yeah, you might have to close that for me. Can you close that? No? Will it let you? Yeah, no, the privacy. Yeah, see right, your privacy important right here. Close that right for me. Close that for me. Right here. Frank, my mouse. Yeah. No, X right here. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we'll close that there. Close that X right there. You see that X right here, Frank? Yeah, close that. The privacy, your privacy is important. Yeah, I need you to close that for me. Frank, right here, buddy. Yeah. So, like I said, Frank, yeah, have your terabytes, and these are sort of like what's NAS servers look like, right? But they're for small businesses, right? When you're talking about scroll up, scroll up, right? Sorry, Frank. I think you're okay. So this is what a sort of an idea of what a NAS server looks like. There are big differences, Frank. Um, you know, into what they are. I'm not going to explain what this is right now, but it's just sort of to give you an understanding, Frank. You can always, Google. It's just a Google search away. You can, basically, we'll save this. We'll save this link for you here, Frank. The Best Buy link here. And again, you're not going to see this in a data center, right? Or a distribution plant or a school. These are like things that small businesses would have, right? That just want to save space. They don't have that much space. They need 1 or 2 terabytes. You can use it personally. You can use it for accounting purposes. You can use it for pictures. You can use that for whatever you want, right? But in a big environment, you're gonna have these sort of disks, Frank. You see these disks right here. These are the disks that are going to be included in within these little slots here. So one of these slots holds one of these disks, which is similar to what a big data center has, right? And these are, they're gonna have more processing unit. It's gonna have more hardware resources, and that's a word that I want you to kind of I'll put that down here. Hardware resources. Okay. And that's what's going to hold your CPU. So that's a hardware resource, Frank. CPU, right? Oh, I can click on that here. Okay. Okay. Double click. Can you click? So yeah, it's just not letting me type here. I don't know. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna. It's like very hard for me to type. Okay, so CPU, memory, and hard drive. Okay, and these are the three components that a system would have, right? Like these are the resources that you're gonna find. Obviously, when you type in system information, this will have all the information that you need, Frank. So when you're typing this information, these hardware resources, Frank, as I was just talking to you, all this information uh, will be included when you're you're looking at your devices and whatnot, right? So again, you need to communicate. Okay, so you need to be able to have a network in order for you to communicate with the different branches. That transitive trust between the two branches is already set. It's not something that you or your team might do, but I'm saying like your IT team or your vendors, your third party vendors, can take care of, right? Your main goal is to know how to create a virtual machine for yourself for training purposes, for the terms of training purposes, especially when you're training your contractors, Frank. And those specific um, details, again, we can talk about that anytime, Frank. But like our main goal is to kind of get you, um, which is what our main goal is today, is to get you into the cloud. Okay. This is what it's about. This is our baby. Okay. With me? You with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So so this is what, like, how do we communicate, like, it's confusing, like, oh, what's a cloud, what's this, what's our on-premises system, right? Like what's the difference between um this, right? What's the difference, and then what's the difference between what this is, like, what is this? Like, okay, so you got your laptop, you connect to the on-premises through a network, right? And then within that network you're able to, you know see your domain controller. You're able to see your web server. You're able to see your file share. You're able to see your application servers that your developers or your property managers use and run on a 24-hour basis. You're now able to see those in a New York branch uh, within your laptop, right? Within that application that or that allows, right? That's all done. But say, for example, you want to now bring this, right? Like, how do you bring this to the cloud? And again, that's the question that remains a question. How? So, as I was speaking to you before, Microsoft Azure, uh, Microsoft Azure. I think I lost Sharon. Can you share your screen? Very finicky. Okay. Yeah, it's just very finicky, lagging today. So click on the Azure Global Services for me, if you could do that. Where it says no. In Edge, your tabs, all those tabs up at the top, it says Azure Global. Yeah. Okay. So again, let's kind of click inside the world here, and I'm gonna take control. Actually, you know what? Let me take control because I might have to take control again. Um, that's the beauty of screen sharing, right? In unedited mode, Frank. Yeah, yeah, it is, eh? You have any questions so far? Okay, perfect. Understand? Fantastic. I appreciate it. So let's kind of explore that globe, and again, you need. Let's click on it, and this is gonna kind of like zoom in. You can obviously take a look at, but you see all these little green dots, Frank? These are our data centers, yeah. So in our data centers, again, as I was explaining to you before, right? These guys have service in SAN, but they also own SAN. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? They own SAN, right? They own SAN, right? And Microsoft, yeah. So Microsoft has a DC, right? They have their domain controllers, they have their storage, right? Right. And Microsoft, they don't call it what we call it. They call it a little bit different, Frank. What they call something Azure Blob Storage. Okay, that's what they call it. I'm not going to get too much into detail of that, and that's what kind of holds all the information. So anything that's been synchronized, Frank, let me get my pen. Anything that's been synchronized, let me get my red pen here. So once we've synchronized all that data, right? We're going to now synchronize all that data here and create an exact replication, a two-way mirror. So, right? So any data that's written up here will transfer back here and to Canada, or whatever data's made here in this server and server 2, right? Let's say this is 1, this is 2. Whatever data is created here, it's going to create back down here. Okay? Okay. Now, how do you do that? Okay, well, this is basically, so instead of having for you to walk to the data center, right, and do all this work, why not do this from your company of your laptop, right? We can have a laptop in our server room, or we can have a laptop that's secure, right, and be able to manage all this stuff in the cloud. So Microsoft has a service. They call it. There's a software as a service, right? And then there's something called infrastructure as a service. So our infrastructure is our networking. Our software is Azure. Okay. Any questions? So Azure, Azure is what we're going to use. What me and you are going to use to create virtual machines. Okay. So, right, and create our infrastructure as a service, right? So, how do I do that? Okay, how do I connect my laptop? It's pretty straightforward, Frank. With a internet connection, you can log into the internet, right? Right. So let's grab my pen here. So within our laptop, we're gonna open up a web browser, and we're going to pen here. Oh, there we go. A pen. Yeah, you're gonna grab this pen, and we're gonna connect to our Azure as a service. Now, it's not that hard. It doesn't. It's not as daunting as you think it is, Frank. We're gonna create this new account. We're gonna sign into this new account. Okay. So let's go to new page. Okay. We're gonna. This is what we're gonna do. This is our step by step. Okay, so this is our step to step, and again, we're gonna create a new account. Do you have an Outlook or Hotmail account or Gmail account that you want to use, or do you want to create a new one?
Uh,
You have one? Okay, so we'll use an existing one. We can also create a new one. It's up to you. I can show you how to create a new email, or do you want to skip that part?
yeah.
Skip the part. Okay. Well, just in case you don't have one, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna show everybody else on your team how to create a new account, just in case they don't know how to. I'm just gonna briefly show that, and we're gonna continue to use your account. So we're gonna create a new account in Outlook, right? And then sign in to your existing account, right? Right? We're going to sign into it using your existing. So, and then we're going to show you, uh, you know, um, the look. Or well, just I'll just kind of show you what Azure looks like a little bit. Just give you a little bit of a rundown, huh? So I'm going to show you what it looks like a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and create a new machine. Okay. Once we've created that new machine, Frank, that machine is available again for 30 days. So virtual machine is created and available to you for 30 days. Okay. Okay. And again, Frank, I'm also going to discuss what the Azure One 900 exams are for your employees, and what your Azure 104 exams look like. So if if your employees are interested in taking the exams, you're more than welcome to um, guide them to these two exams, right? And have them take a look at that. I'll kind of describe a little bit about how that works after the class, so that if your employees want to go ahead, or if you have somebody that's already hired and already has it, that's great. You can have them kind of show you how to use it. But I'll talk a little bit about that just so that you understand how that works. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Okay. So we're just going to create a new account. We're going to sign into your existing, right? And I'm going to show people how to do that. So I just want to make sure that this isn't okay. So this is a basic profile. It's a basic profile. It's not a work-based profile, and you could tell because the briefcase icon is based for work-wise, and then we're separating it for personal. Okay, so there shouldn't be any issues. So what we'll do is we'll type in Outlook. Outlook. We'll click on that official link. Okay, and we're going to create a free account. Okay, I'm just going to show the people show your employees how it's created. So we're going to create a new account. It's pretty straightforward. You can give it whatever you want. The best thing about Outlook, it gives you two specific domains to use. So it either has the Outlook or Hotmail account. You can give it whatever name you want at the end of the day. So even if you want to call it FTD Property Management dot Property Management, right? Right? Just to kind of show you what it looks like. And we'll give that a short name. And then click next. And then create a password for it. Once you've created that password, I'm going to create a basic password for you, Frank, and then I'm going to share that with you. Okay. Okay. Right. I'm not going to show the people the password, but I'm going to send that to you uh, in a message. Okay. So this is what your new email is going to look like. Okay. And we're going to use that just for troubleshooting purposes, but we are going to still sign into your existing account. Okay. Okay. Any questions? This is going to be okay.com, and we're not going to give any informational tips. And I'm going to give you your password now. Pretty straightforward. You can change it at any time. Okay. Is that okay with you? Make this as simple as possible. And then I'm going to click next. Okay. We're going to put your first, we're just going to call it FTD. Okay. Property. Management. Okay. All right. And we're just going to give it January 1st. Right. And then we'll say, we're not going to put your age, right? But we'll just give it 1980. Okay. We'll make you young. Day, and if it lets me. Okay. I'm going to add that into our chat. Okay. And then you're going to select your country, Canada, click next. And then follow the prompts to solve the puzzle. So using the arrows, we're going to rotate. Oh. All right. So use the arrows to rotate. Oh, that was quick. Want to move your mouse out of the way, Frank? Okay. So moving the arrows to rotate the object to the face in the direction of the hand. So we're just going to move the car. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And then submit that. Move the shoe down. Okay. In the same direction. Okay. Submit. There you go. So verification is complete, Frank. You can now go ahead and log into your account whenever you want. This is going to be your email specifically for this training purposes. Okay. Okay. So that's your first and last name dot property management company name. So it's going to be your company name at Outlook. And this is strictly just for training purposes only. So we'll click yes. And this is what we're going to use as our training purposes if you want, or we can just sign in with your account. Okay. It's up to you. Okay. So this is for the people out there like on your team that don't know how to create an account. I want them to know how to create an account because it is part of the training. It is part of knowing how to, in case they need to, right? So, okay. So we're going to accept their license agreements and then click OK. That's it. So once that's done, I'll leave that on the side for you, Frank, for you to play around. If you need it for it, you can use that for something. Okay. So our next website that you want to go to it's called Azure, or now they actually it's called portal.azure.com. These are the two sites I want you to take a look at. Portal.azure.com. Right. Right. And then I also want you to take a look at let's open up another one here. Right click, new window. So portal.azure.com. So these are the two sites I want you and your company to take a look at. And www.office.com. Okay. Right. And then another one I want you to take a look at is your emails. So your email accounts. So to see your email accounts, obviously, you know what your email account is. It's just outlook.office.com. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you click on that for me? I don't know why it's not letting me. Can you click this plus here? It looks like it's like it's not wanting to select the device. A little bit of lagging here. My apologies. If you can kind of click on that for me. See that red circle here? You might have to move your mouse there, Frank. Can you move your mouse and just click on the cross for me? Yeah, go ahead. No problem. I'm not able to click on it. Let's see. No, it's not letting me click out. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna need you to click on that for me, please. Just, yeah, right there, that plus sign. Are you at your computer? Oh, I see it. I got you. Got you. No, no problem. Yeah, it's not letting me. I don't know what's going on here, but let's see what's going on. What the heck's going on? Interesting. I don't know. You have any questions so far, Frank? No?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But today is to kind of show you the ropes and have you um know how to do that, right? Yeah, these will definitely go to your employees. And well, I remember, I think the conversation we had last week was you had a little bit of a IT background, which was kind of cool. I was interested in that, which is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, this is
yeah. But do you understand where I'm going with this?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool, eh? So we'll definitely, like I said, we're just gonna create a quick machine for you, and then you'll have that to.
It just there's too much
Yeah, of
too
course,
much
100%,
to
100%.
create.
So so again, this is a little bit of what I want to do. I'm just gonna make it straightforward for you. I know you and I had a little bit of a background um on some IT stuff that we did in the past. So with our team and your team, we can definitely get the ball rolling on your future projects that you have. So definitely a little bit of you know some work to definitely pass along to your directors and your teams and your IT teams or contractors that you have. So this is some information we're gonna post for your team. Our meeting today was to create one to show you. Um, you know, uh, we became friends and built a bond throughout the years. So I've been training you guys for a long time. So definitely, this is something I see your company utilizing and learning, especially for your new hires that are coming in. You said you had a couple new hires coming in the next month or two, and you want to send them out training. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So this will definitely help them and build some motivation for those, the professionals that you hire. So what I'm gonna do is copy this stuff for you, Frank, and you're gonna keep this and you're gonna share this with your team tomorrow. I'm going to
Sounds good.
so they can definitely take a look at that. And again, if you have any questions, I know your expertise. You're very smart, intelligent project manager, property manager, lawyer. So I know you know your computer stuff. So I'm gonna, pass the mic on to you if you have any questions, especially, your team might have questions. So it's always a good thing to ask those now, right? And then I can definitely, have them email me if they need anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna keep this diagram for you. I wanted to take a look at that architecture for that way, you know, it's sort of like implementing, designing, developing something, construction, property management. It all becomes intertwined. 80% of your company is built on the infrastructure, and your growth in terms of your two quarterly growths would definitely save some money there, Frank. And I could see you're happy about that. So definitely, utilize this and share this with your team. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So let's get back to the my favorite part. I'm not sure if I can click on that, Frank. Can you go ahead and click on that plus sign? Do you see my mouse? Yeah, yeah. Can you click on no, my mouse? You see where it says SC? Yeah, there's a plus sign right there. Yeah, yeah. Can you click? No, no. You're gonna select a new tab for me. Can you open a new tab for me, Frank? There's something's wrong. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm not able to. No, you don't want to close that one. You want to open a new tab. Open a new tab. Yeah, yeah. There's a plus sign there, Frank. Is there something that's on top of it, maybe? Ah, I see, I see, I see, I see. Maybe that's what's covered. Okay, I got you. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Are you able to close that for me, Frank? Or minimize that for me without shutting it off? Minimize that. Yeah, no, no. Well, you said there's something here at the top, right? Like, what's this here? What does that say right here? Because I can't see what you're looking at. Is there something that says minimum? Can you move that out of the way for me? Can you move that out of the way for me? No, no, that bar that's there at the top. Yeah, you might want to hold it because I'm not seeing what you're seeing there. Yeah, can you move that? Can you move it? Okay, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, appreciate that, Frank. Great job. Okay, so the main sites are Outlook, and these are important for you, Frank, at all times. Like your team, I want your team to kind of have this down packed because these are the three main sites. These are the 3 points of contact, especially for your IT department. Okay. So these will have your Outlook signature. This will have your Office 365 for your licensing, right? And this will have your Azure account, right? So you want your team to create machines for testing purposes, like we taught, and for education, right? And for your applications that we're trying to, you know, eliminate here, right? So what we want to do is eliminate this application right here, this application server, and bring that over to the cloud. That way, that'll save your team a lot more money. Okay, so without you having to travel and spend lots of money on that one. Okay, so again, our goal is to kind of show you how to create that. The market, well, the infrastructure side of things is all done for you um, in the cloud. So I'm now connected to a laptop, right? So if we remember our picture here, I'm on the laptop itself, Frank. So right now we started here, right? We're at our laptop, right? And we need to move our way up to the cloud. So how do we get there? Okay, no problem. This is also our internet. It's not only it's our cloud that holds our internet. So these are, you know, DNS internet sites or phone numbers or websites or whatever you want. Is it's all in the cloud for you to access, right? So our Azure site is here. With that new email that we have, Frank, we're going to sign in, okay? I'm going to get you to put in that password I gave you. Can you do that for me? Or put the username that you want, you were originally wanted. because we said that we're going to use your existing account. Your family account, Frank. I think the one that you wanted to use your personal account. Yeah. Do you have something that's Outlook based? Yeah. Can we use the Outlook one instead? Sorry. Yeah. Next, please. All right. I want you to put in your password. So, all right, perfect. I want you to sign in for me, Frank. All right. Not now. Here, I'll do that for you. And then don't show this again. And then stay signed in. Yes. So that way, you don't have to worry about signing in and whatnot. Okay. All right. Put your password in again. It looks like it didn't. Oh, what happened here? Okay. Put your password in again, Frank. Yeah. All right. And then sign in. All right. And then you have a code. Email your identity, Frank. You want to do that over on your phone? On your phone? Actually, you know what? Let's yeah. You have a code you can put in your email. So go to your email on your phone. Take your time. So yeah, like, but while you're doing that, Frank, there's a there's specific um this is the fun part. This is the cool part. And again, right? And again, you're gonna get that 200 bucks, 200 USD dollars that I was telling you about, and it's a 30-day free trial. Okay, go ahead, put your code in. You may have to email it yourself again. You need to verify it. So enter the code you received from your email. So this email here. Yeah. If not, we can use the new one that we created, Frank, if it's an issue. Yeah. Okay. So I'll show you how to do it. Not a problem. Um, so let's go back to there. This is your personal. Okay. So you need to be on your personal one, okay? All right. All right. Okay, Frank. So portal.azure.com, right? All right. How about this? We're gonna verify through phone. Put your digits in. Put your di No, put your no, the phone, oh, the phone number. Yeah, please put your phone number in. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, if here, how about this? Put this, type it in. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. It's not. No, I know, but we need to sign in using the verification code. You're signing into Azure. You're not creating an account.
Yeah.
So put the last 4 digits of your phone number. It's asking to verify this is your phone because we need your phone number, right? It works off of MFA, Frank. So just put the last 4 digits of the phone, your work phone. 84. Yeah. Just put it. That's all they want. They're saying we will send you the verification code. Okay. All right. So you'll see that matches the last 4 digits of your phone. Your account will send you a code. Did you get the code?
Yeah.
Okay. Type that number in, please. It's a 6-digit code, Frank. Yeah, there you go. There. Go ahead. Take your time. It should be 6. I think you're missing a number. There you go. Verify. Yeah. So you see that's your this is what we want, Frank. Um so you're good to go on that aspect of it. And this is where we're going to create the account. It's pretty straightforward. I'll go ahead and finish the rest, Frank. I'll just get you to type in whatever information I need. So if you could click on there you go. If you could click on get started. Is there something here, Frank? Okay, so can you click on that for me? That's blocking me. I don't know. Get started. If you can click on get started for me. There we go. Okay, so how do you plan to use this Azure? Again, this is a test environment. So we're just learning new cloud skills to achieve the things you want today and in the future. We're not using this for, you know, developing. So your business, um, your we'll just put, yeah, we could do that for now. We could just put that, or we can use other. So we can do whatever we want with it. So right now we're just learning the skills to achieve the things you want and in the future. Okay. Click next. So let's show you around. It's going to create the resource and the dashboard, account information, directories, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So your company already has the domain setting. So your company that's already set there, your IT department's going to take care of the rest for that. And they'll set up that whole thing. Our main goal is to kind of show you how to create one. This is for free, and I'll show you where the billing stuff is for you, Frank. This is the stuff that's important to you. Definitely here is the billing and the cost management, right? So you can use this for reporting and analytics. You can have your directors or your team use that wherever you need, and set up a cost management analysis, right? And your Azure subscriptions. Okay. Let's change the scope here. All right. So switch directories. Um, what's this? Okay. So interesting. Okay. So these are all your domains that it just created. I don't know what this is, Frank, but you know, these are just domains that are created. What I want you to do now is dashboard. Let's go to subscriptions, right? And then click on the subscription itself, and then add a subscription. And you should be able to add a free trial. And this is what I was telling you guys before. I want you to create a free trial. So you're, yeah. But I need Yeah, how about this? How about we share, we unshare so that it blocks the video, right? Right? And then I'll help you off the video. I'm just gonna unshare it for now. Okay, there you go. If you can go ahead and finish that for me. Fortunately, I don't have an account. We're gonna use your account to show you how to create it. But let me know when you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to create one. Yeah, like I said, I don't have so Click on next, please.
Okay.
Let me take control here. Okay. Next. Sign up. You click on that for me. Is there anything there that's blocking it? Up. Okay. Can you scroll up? Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Okay, so you scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, up, 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 up. Slow down. Okay, there we go. Please do not enter my country code. Okay, so text me. Text me. All right, put your verification code. You can go ahead and block this if you want, and then click next. Put the verification code that you got from your phone. The, the one that just came up. Verify. All right, scroll down, all the way down, all the way down. Okay, next. Next. Okay, so you're missing something. Scroll up. All right. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. You're gonna put your address in. Or instead of city, you see where it says city, you put your street name. So yeah, change that to Toronto. Okay. All right, and then paste the address back in. Paste. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Next. Next. Okay. 1 second. All right. Stop sharing your screen. And I'm gonna give you the information to put in for me, okay? You could do that for me, please. Fill in the rest of the information. Okay. Go ahead, Frank. Fill in the rest of the information with the. Let me know when you're done. Yeah, put that in. You want me to do it? You want to share? Yeah, allow me to take control. Hello? Yeah, hello? Hey, Frank, can you hear me? Frank, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, so unshare your screen. Put the card holder name that I gave you. Put the card number that I gave you. The expiry date, right? The month, year that I gave you. And then the CVV, if it asks for it. Put that in. I gave it to you. Yeah, yeah. Just yeah, but stop sharing your screen. Okay. What do you mean you don't see that? What do you mean it disappears? Yeah, so you might have your Teams open, so you might have to move this. So move this on another screen. Stop share. Okay, so I'll stop sharing. Yeah, I'm stopping. I'm stopping. I think I stopped share. You need to stop sharing and then do this again. Okay,
Right.
there we go. Now we stop sharing. I need you to fill out the information that I gave you, and then we should be good.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, just copy everything
Alright.
that's there. Yeah. What happened now? Close that. Okay, there's accuracy information is wrong. Check the information and try again. If the it's the information that you've put in that you need to review. So you need to put in your actual. Okay, thank you, Ranji. Okay, so you've signed in?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I see a white page. You're the best. Okay, Frank. What happened? Take control. Request. Can you give me control, please? Awesome. Thanks. Okay, so what happened? Can you refresh the page for me? Awesome. So like I was saying, this is what your quick center is going to look like. Okay. It's pretty straightforward. Um, so let's get to the nitty gritty of things. If I can click here, it's not letting me. Not sure why it's not letting me. Is there something here that's blocking it? Search resources. Can you click on that for me? Inside search resources or home? Click on the home page. Yeah, go click on the home page. Home tab. Uh, home, home, home. No, the other home. No. So below Microsoft Azure, you see the home where it says quick start. Quick start. There's a home. No.
Oh, here.
Yeah, there you go. So why am I not able to touch anything? Like, I don't understand. What's going on here? Why can't I click anything? Can you stop control? Give me control. Give me control. Okay. Okay. So why can't I click on anything? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna ask. So you're controlling the content the presenter sharing. I'm gonna request it and
Give control.
give control. Yeah. What happened? How come I can't touch anything? Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me. Really weird. Oh, okay. Let me try this now. Hold on. Yeah, I can't touch anything. Okay, so can you type those 3 lines there at the top, Frank? Where it says subscription, where the key is. So you have remaining credit to try, right? So where it says subscription. Yes. Subscriptions in yellow. It's a yellow. Yeah. How come I can't touch anything? Like, where am I? This is crazy. Where's my mouse? Can't do anything.
Give control.
Yeah.
Give control.
Okay, so why can't I do nothing? Okay. Can you close this for me? Close it. Just close it completely. Yeah, close it. Yeah.
I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, stop. Yeah. No. Just close the browser. Close the browser for me. Yeah, close it. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go to the edge icon at the bottom, right? Not that one, the other one. The one on the left. Yeah. All right. Click on that for me. Yeah, click on it. Click on the second one. Yeah. 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 Perfect. All right. Do a refresh. Now let me share screen now. No, where am I? Okay, can you type in your password? All right, sign in. Where it says Azure Services, do you see that? Azure Services. No, yeah, so your mouse is all the way on the right. So go to the left of your mouse, keep going to the left, where it says take a free online course. Go down, right there, subscription. Click on that, yeah. So this will show us where your subscription is. It's an active subscription that you have that's personal to you only. It's a free subscription, right? So this is where the subscription area is. I want you to go back to home. Home. Okay, I want you to go to cost management. Cost management. I want you to type in cost management. I want you to go down to invoices. 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 Yeah. I want you, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I want you to go to so this is the area where it'll tell us what you've spent and how much you've spent. Okay? Make note of that. Okay? I want you to go to monitoring and your invoice is up there if you need it. There's your invoice.
Monitoring here.
No, where it says edit invoice details. Right there. That's your invoice, okay? If you need to know how much you got charged and everything. So go to monitoring, click on that, left click on that. Okay. Go to budgets. 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 Okay. Add a budget. Add a budget. Add a budget up at the top. Budget. Where it says add, refresh, and help. Scope. Yeah. Add. Yeah. Left click. Yeah. 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 Okay. I want you to scroll down and add it. Give yourself a budget. Frank's budget or FTD budget. FTD. FTD budget. 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 And scroll down. Down. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Scroll. Scroll. Scroll down. You see the slider bar, Frank? Yeah. So I want you to give your budget a unit and then select the time window it analyzes during each evaluation period. So I want you to create a budget for today and then expire in a month. So October 16th, 2024. 24 September, yeah. And I want that to be reset period. Scroll, scroll. I want that to every week. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Okay, no, scroll down. Budget details. Okay, I want you to reset period every week, monthly, where it says monthly every week. Okay, so we don't have any. Okay, so we're gonna leave it monthly. Okay, and we're monthly. And then our creation date is today, well, the month of September, and expires next month. Next month, so October 2024. Yeah, yeah, 2024. Okay. And then today's date, October 24, October. Yeah, October, October, October. And we're gonna give it a month, so we'll give it up to the 17th of October or 18th of October. Yeah. Scroll down. So this is how we create a budget, and we're gonna give ourselves a threshold of $5. So it'll tell you how much we spent. So $5, 5. Okay. Scroll down. Right. Scroll up. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Is there anything else that you're missing? So the budget name must only contain alphanumeric underscore or hyphen. Must contain only alphanumeric underscore or hyphen. Is there any put an underscore between or a hyphen between FTD budget? Yeah. Yeah. Or just leave it as one word. No spaces. No spaces. Yeah. No, no, no. The two FTD budget, one word. Am I able to share screen? I think I'm asking for control. Sure, what's going on? Yeah, can you give me the control? Am I allowed to move for you? Oh, you did it already? Okay, where am I?
Yeah.
No? Okay, just click next. Okay. All right. Alert condition. Select type. Select type. Actual. Okay. Budget percentage is, let's say, when you hit 80%, alert you. So when you hit $4 and you have $1 left, it'll tell you. Okay. Scroll down and then put your email. Scroll down. So it'll email you when that budget occurs. Okay. All right. Scroll down. It says, what's that say? Unique email address. What's this? Okay. Can you delete that one? Yeah, no. There's a trash can. Trash can. There's a trash can. Yeah. Okay. Can you click on that one for me? Yeah. Okay. Can you delete the F, capital F, and put a small F? Because you want to use your personal, right? Okay. All right. Scroll down. Okay. Your evaluation will begin in just a few hours. Create. You've now created a budget, Frank. So that when you're at $4, for example, your credit card spends $4 because you needed it. It's not like it's going to charge you because you're not going to use the full 200. But if you do decide to use it, you have that credit that, hey, when you hit $4 on top of what you're supposed to use, it'll alert you right away. So you'll get an email. Okay. So you know how much you've spent or not, right? Especially when you're working on a specific project and your IT team um, has spent money, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I want you to go to billing again. Billing. Well, your budget's going to be based on a forecasted number that your company realistically uses. So I'm not able to take control. Okay, Frank, we're gonna have to, you have to follow along. We're almost done, okay? A lot of hurdles there, but we're good, we're good. Okay, I'm good, I'm good. Thanks, Bello. Te lo meglio. Oh, hold on, I gotta show you something. Hey, Frank, Frank, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What? What's that? Finished. All right, I just started you. I just got you back online. Okay, so let's go. All right, so I'm gonna take control. All right. I still don't see my name. I don't know what's going on with that. So what I'm gonna get you to do is go back to I just need you to go to billings where we left off. Yeah, billings. Okay, click on that, left click on that. Okay. Billings. So right now you're in monitoring and budgets. So I'm gonna get you to go to billings on the left-hand side. Okay, and I want you to go to usage and charges. So this is where your usage and charges, click on left usage and charges. So, and I want you to change the scope. Okay. And I want you to type it. Yeah, I want you to click on that. Click on Azure subscription one. That's default by everybody. Azure subscription one. Azure. Yeah. Okay. And I want you to select it. The bottom, select. Yes. Okay. And I want you to, okay. So that's where your billing is. Okay. Now I want you to go to home on the left side. Home. Okay. I want you to go to, on the left side, there's the three lines. Three lines. There's the three lines on the left. Yeah. So that's yeah. Where the blue, there's a blue bar on the left side. There are three lines. Three lines. No above where it says Microsoft Azure in blue and white. Blue and white. There's a blue bar. A blue line bar. It's a blue toolbar. It says Microsoft Azure on the left-hand side. You want to move your mouse up? Yeah, there you go. Click on that. So that's going to be your portal menu. So those are going to have all your menus and stuff. What I'm more interested in is virtual machines. If you can click on left on virtual machines. So this is where we're going to create a virtual machine, Frank. Your company's going to go ahead and create those. So I want you to left click on create, create, create. Yeah. And I want you to click on the first option. You do that? Right. First option. Yeah. Create virtual machine. Yeah. No, virtual machine, Azure virtual machine. Okay, Frank, can I get you to click on create? Create. Okay, Azure Virtual Machine. Left click, please. Okay, so this is where we're gonna go ahead and create. They can help you create a local. And this is the thing about the best thing about AI. AI gives you the option at the top, as you can see, to help you create a low cost VM, help you create a VM optimized for high availability, or help you choose a right VM size for your workload. And these are things you can use to test on your own time, especially when you're going around your business. So in this instance, what we're gonna do is create one manually with you, Frank. So we're going to go to the subscription area. At the bottom there, I want you to go to create new resource group. Create new resource group. Yeah. And we're going to create new. You're selecting an existing. I want you to create new. So move out of there. No, don't type anything in. I want you to click on a white part. Escape from, yeah. Create new. Yeah. And then call it FTD RG. RG. Yes. RG, which is resource group. So I'm giving you your company name and resource group, then hit OK. All right, let's scroll down. Okay, I want you to type in a virtual machine. So what I want you to do is give it, let's say your virtual machines in Canada or the US. Let's type in US, FTD US, virtual machine 1. FTD, capital, D, US, because it's in the US. We're moving the application side based on the drawing. Capital US. Let's keep it uniform. Capital US. VM. Let's call it 001. Okay. And like I was telling you before, do you remember in that picture I was telling you about the nearest region on that data center? The nearest region is usually what I want you to do is go to the nearest region towards you. So since we're in Canada, or that region. So since we're in Canada, we're going to be using Canada East US, because we're in the East US, or Canada Central, which is the closest one. So the closer, the better, right? Based on data available data residency. So within our availability options, I want you to go to I, which is the information tab. I circle I, no, where it says availability options. Availability options. Availability options. Just below region, availability options, in between region and zone option. Availability option. Okay. I want you to go to the circle, information circle. Information circle. It's a circle with an I. It's a small circle beside options. Yeah. Move your mouse to the left. Okay. There's a circle there, a white circle. That's a purple circle. White. No, that's a dot where it says I, availability options. Yeah. So what that is it offers a range of options for your scroll up. Options for managing the availability of your application. So your team is essentially architecting your solution and replicating those VMs in availability zones or sets. Those will protect your app, Frank, and your team's apps and data from the data center outages and maintenance events that happen within Microsoft's data centers. So what I want you to choose there is no infrastructure required. You're going to choose availability zone. No. To the no. Okay, right there. No infrastructure. That's the one. Okay. And then for security type, I want you to type in standard. Standard. Yep. And then your image, click on that. We're going to use Windows 10. So scroll all the way down. So you find Windows 10 or 11, Gen 2, Windows 11. Yeah, there you go. We're going to create a Windows 10, and these are free services eligible. So this image is compatible with additional security features. We don't really need to know anything about that right now, but that's what we're going to be using. Our security type is standard or size. So our image is there. You want to scroll down a little bit? Okay. Our size, we're going to choose DS2 version 2. So click on that. Yeah, click. DS2, yeah, 2 vCPUs, 7 gigs of memory. And that right there costs $178 a month. You're not going to really typically use all that money. Remember, we have $200 free credit that we can use. And that's implemented in time. So there's a calculator that you can use for that, Frank. And I can show you and your team later on where to find that calculator. Scroll down. Scroll down. I want you to give yourself a username and password, Frank. So what I want you to do is type in FTD admin. Admin. Okay. FTD admin. FTD. And I want you to put in a password. And I want you to repeat that password. Yeah. So it has to have the following. You see the red X's there? Password must have 3 of the following. Must have a lowercase character, an uppercase character, one number, and a special character. I usually like to give out a class password, but again, it's up to you if you want to use it or not. FTD password. Yeah. So this is going to be your FTD admin. So he's your administrator that's going to run this virtual machine once it's created. So that's your call, but it has to follow the complexities. So the complexities is having 3 of the following. It looks like you created an error. So one has to have a lowercase, an uppercase, and a number, and a special character. No, your whole password. Your whole password has to have 3 of the following: an uppercase, a lowercase, and a number. You want me to give you a password? Okay, so I'm going to give you an actual and this will be the um okay. Just going to send it to you right now, okay? That's going to be your password. Exactly as it's spelled. That's yeah. So the username is FTD admin, and then put the password in the password field and then confirm. You can paste it if you want, if you're able to. No spaces. As is. I want you to type in the password and confirm the password again. It's a long one. Scroll. Yeah, just make sure you type it in exactly the same way I did it. Sure, but make sure that yeah, doesn't matter. Only you have access to it. Yeah, and then confirm it. And
What's
yeah, you might have to just type it in again.
this? Is
Not,
which one did I put?
oh, your password is it's the one that I sent you. That's the full one. I gave you the username and password. So I gave you the username and then I split it into username and password. And so, okay, so here's the username, right? Here's the password. Okay, and this will delete just so that it's easier for you. Okay, any questions? You see that? So username and password, and then password. I would even leave it just for like no spaces. I would just put one full word, FTD admin. Yeah, no, don't spell it out. Hmm. Again, I usually give out a free password for the students based on the what I usually do, and then that'll be the password for everybody. So it's the same. Okay, scroll down, and I want you to click on licensing. Licensing. I've confirmed. Yeah, and then next, I want you to go to disks,
Next fix?
this, yeah. And then not now, not now. Okay, so this is basically you know, it's basically like I showed you before on the virtual machine itself. If you go back to the drawing itself, I need to
Okay, go ahead.
annotate. I can't annotate. Okay. All right. So this is where you would, you know, create your disk sizes and disk types. We're not going to really touch this right now. Don't worry about that. We're not going to really touch it. We're going to go into networking next. And this is where we're going to networking. Yeah. Networking. Yeah. So we're gonna delete virtual network where it says new, and we're gonna rename it to Canada dash VNet. Delete it. Delete it. We're creating a new one. A new one. A new one. We're gonna we're gonna create a new one. So we're just gonna call this one create a new one. Create a new one.
Deleting.
Just create a new one.
Oh,
That's just yeah, that's an option box. It's an option.
okay.
Yeah. Create a new.
Create new?
Yeah. Create a new. Just below that, yeah. And then we're gonna delete the name, and we're actually gonna just put in front of actually, we'll just put Canada. Canada in front of it. Just where it says name, Frank, on the right name. No, not that one. To the right of you. Yeah, to the right. Up, 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 Frank. To the right. Where it says FTD US.
Yeah.
No, not that one. The other one, Frank. Yeah. No. Okay. So click on new again.
Create new?
Yeah. Create new. All right. Where it says name. Okay.
Yeah.
Just put Canada in front of it. CA. Just put Canada. Or where it says US, sorry. Just put Canada. Instead of US, put CA. We'll name it. Yeah, we'll keep it. Yeah. Yeah. CA. CA. So that's going to be our Canadian VM. Because what we want to do is we want to remove it. So we'll move it back to Canada. We'll put it in Canada because that's our nearest air residency. So we've renamed it, and we also want to give that now a public IP. All right. We're going to give that a public IP. So we're going to create a new one. So I want you to click OK because we've changed the name. We're going to leave everything as is. And where it says public IP, create new. You won't need to know, and I want you to change basic to static. Basic, SKU, yeah, from standard. And I want you to, yeah, okay. So I want you to hit OK. So this will go ahead and create your networking side of things, which is kind of what I want, so that it will communicate. It'll communicate with you, so that right. Once that's done, I want you to click on next, management, next, next. Oh, actually, scroll down a little bit. Scroll down. Okay. Delete public IP and NIC when VM is deleted. I want you to click on that as well for me. Okay. Click next. Next management. Yeah. We're not going to do too. I don't want to go through the whole thing about it, but I just want to show you how to create a quick one. You're enabling the free basic plan. Perfect. Scroll down. So this is sort of our, and then enable shutdown. I want you to click. Okay. And that's it. Scroll up. So this will shut down the machine even if it's on. So scroll down. Yeah. So even if you forget to shut it off, it'll shut it down at 7 o'clock automatically. Okay. And that'll email you too. So which is what we want, right? To save ourselves some money. And then I also want you to enable backup. And the time zone, I want you to put our time zone. Time zone. Yeah, shutdown time. So our shutdown time would be, let's say, let's pick a good time, 11 o'clock or 12 a.m., whatever. Yeah. Yeah. 11 a.m. Okay? That's when we shut down our machines. Or actually, it's 11:22. So let's test it. Let's do 11:45. 11:45. 11:45. That's it. And then your UTC time. Click on that. See if we can find our UTC time, which is Eastern time. Eastern time. Yeah, so we're looking for Eastern time. Eastern time. You find it? +5 maybe? You want to scroll a little faster? Yeah.
Up or down?
Up. Let's just look for Canada. Eastern time. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Slow down. There you go. US and Canada, -5. -5. Yeah. Okay. So I want you to go to the next monitoring. Okay, scroll up. Scroll up. Scroll up. Okay. I want you to go to monitoring now. Sorry, Frank. I might have to ask you to do things, but yeah. So this is where we configure our monitoring options. So again, we want to enable the alert rules or enable with managed storage recommended. Scroll down. We're not going to worry about that. We don't need to worry about OS diagnostics. Scroll down. Enable health monitoring. Scroll down.
Yep.
And that's it. Advanced. Yeah. There's no extensions. We don't have to do anything. I'm not going to explain all this stuff to you, but it's not really important, or these are things that I usually teach in my courses. But again, this is sort of like something that's quick. So pass the script for user data, not really of importance. I want you to click tags, and I want your group to use tags, which is really important. So for example, this would be your Canadian group. We'll call it Canada group. Canada group. So call it Canada group. So CA group, right? So this is sort of like your CA machine group. Yeah. Or VMs. Yeah. CA group. And then your value. Okay. Yep. Give it a value of VMs. VM. Capital V, capital M. Okay. There you go. And then select the resources. That's it. And click next. Review and create. Okay. And I'm going to show you. So this basically costs less than 15 cents an hour. So it's pretty good. Again, you have $200 to play with this, Frank, if you want. If you want to learn anything else from me, you can always call me and ask me. So this is how we would create a virtual machine using Azure IaaS services and SaaS. I want you to click on create. Yep. And that'll initialize the deployment. And then I'm going to get you to actually run. Let's run the machine now. I'll show you how to run the machine. So this is basically a Windows 11 machine that'll run your applications in the US. You now migrated it to Canada. So you're going to degrade the Canadian data center and the US data center in the cloud, so which is easily and readily available for your whole team. Okay? Yeah, that's what you wanted, right? That was our conversation today. So once this is all done, Frank, it'll turn green. Once this is all done, you should be able to now run your machine, like open. So basically, I'll show you how to open it. So in search, where it says type here to search,
Yep.
type here to no, not that search. In the Windows 10, where the Windows Start button is.
Here?
Yeah, search. Where the Windows button is.
Yep.
The Windows button. At the bottom, where start menu is. Yeah, to the right. Type in remote desktop. And okay, open that app. Open. Okay. All right. I want you to minimize that for now. Minimize it. Minimize it. Yeah. Okay. Now I want you to go back to home. So it looks like it's all done now. That's what we wanted. Home. I want you to click on virtual machines. So this is where the fun part is. You see the public IP address? See that address there, 4.206? I want you to copy that. That's going to be the IP address that you're going to use to open your FTD US virtual machine 01. Copy it. Copy it.
Copy.
Okay, just do a control C. Just make note of the number 4.206. Yeah, copy it. Should be able to copy it. Yeah. Okay. Open up the remote desktop. Yeah, so remote desktop is what we just minimized at the bottom there. No. Yeah, where your tools are, where your paint. Yeah. So there's the remote desktop where the start menu is. There's a toolbar, Frank. Move your mouse, move your mouse. Yeah, down. Move your mouse down. Okay. Go to the right, all the way to the right. All the way.
Here?
No, to the right.
Here?
Yeah. Where's your remote desktop? It's the last icon. It's the little screen with the green arrows. It's a blue screen, blue monitor. There's two blue monitors. Yeah, that one. So there's a blue monitor. Blue monitor. No, left. Yeah, that one. Left. Remote desktop. We just minimized it. Yeah. Click on that. Left click on it. And then paste that number in there. Paste. Okay. I want you to show options. I want you to connect. We're not doing any, and yeah. So click on allow me to save credentials. Oh, there you go. So this is going to connect to our remote session, Frank. Give it a second. Just loading. It might not work because it hasn't been started yet. So you might have to go back to Azure and start the machine. Yeah, you might have to start it. So we're missing a step here. So it's okay. That's fine. Leave that there. That's fine. I want that to happen. This will tell you that it hasn't. So the error here is you want to turn it on first. So I'll show you how to turn that on. So I want you to go back to our Azure portal. Azure portal. So
Is that
Microsoft Edge browser.
okay?
The word, yeah, the home profile. So the other profile. No. Yeah. No, it was the wrong profile. So I want you to click on FTD US VM.
Here?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Name. Yeah. I want you to turn it on. No. No, Frank. I want you to close that. That's okay. You just. No. I know, Frank. 2 seconds. We're almost done. I want you to click on. I want you to start the machine, Frank.
So
No. So if you open up Microsoft Edge, Yeah, 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 yeah. I want you. Okay, portal.azure.com. That's the wrong website to use, Frank. I want you to open up a web page, a proper web page. No, not the one with the briefcase, the other one.
Which one?
There's two Microsoft Edge icons at the bottom. There's one with a briefcase. Yeah, that one. I want you to type, yeah. So I want you to sign in again. Enter. Sign in again. We're almost done. Put your password in. Okay. I want you to go virtual machines. Just listen to me. Virtual machines. Okay. Click on FTDUS VM001. Left click. Okay. I want you to start it. Connect. Where it says connect. Connect. I want you to connect. Yeah. All right. I want you to close the how likely are you recommended to use Portal Azure? Close that. Close that. Okay. I want you to go to overview. 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 On the left. Overview. I want you to start the machine, Frank. Overview.
Connect.
No, overview. Overview. Just above. Yeah. Okay. It looks like it's been started. Great. Perfect. Okay, so let's go back to RDP. 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 Yeah, which is the blue monitor with the two green arrows.
On the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy, you got it. Not that was system. Can you close that for me? Yeah, there you go. I want you to put your username. FTD admin. 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 Yeah.
Okay.
Connect. Okay. It's okay. Cancel it. That's fine. Close that. Close that. No, we'll figure it out. Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it. Go. Okay, go back to Azure. You might have to do it through you might have to download the file. I don't know where you put it. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Frank, come on, Frankie. You just did it.
Here.
No, Frankie. Yeah, it's in yeah. The first one. Yes. So you need to download the file. Yeah, download. I'll show you how to do that. It's a different, like I said, this doesn't really, there's ways of using, there's an application that I use called mRemote, but I'm not going to show you how to use that because we're already struck for time. But you might have to download the file itself and open the file. So I need you to open the file for me. So can you refresh the page? Okay, wait a second, let it grow. Let it grow. Okay, go back to virtual machines. Okay, I want you to click on that for me. Click on FTDS USM. Okay. I want you to connect on the left. So take it easy, and then go to scroll down. No, to the right where it says connect using public IP. No, Frank, to the right. To the right of that where it says connect using public IP address. Okay, click on that. All right, click on that. The first one.
Here.
Yeah. Click on it. Left click on it.
Yeah.
Okay, scroll down.
Yeah.
Okay, scroll down. Download RDP file. That's the one. That's the one. Keep. Open. Yep. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Connect. Yeah, so this should be able to ask you for username and password. I'll give it a second. So it's connecting to the 3389 port. So that'll give it the, it'll open up the port to log you in. Give it 1 second. Okay, buddy? Should work. Checking it. Okay. Okay. So, go to the file, go to downloads. Yeah, download. Yeah. Keep. Okay. You see that